So does the increase in the mortgage rates have an impact on the housing market? So I think the myth is that mortgage rate increases mean home prices have to come down. So let's look at the evidence and see what the reality is for that. So this shows you there's been about 6 times in the last 30 years where mortgage rates have gone up by more than 1% really quick, just like what we just experienced. What happened to the home prices in the year after that shock? And the answer is, on average, home prices went up by 8%. There's not one incident where the increase in mortgage rates caused the prices to go down. So for all the headlines saying that this shock in interest rates is going to kill the housing market, there is zero evidence to support that. So I'd love to see one of these journalists provide some evidence other than their own opinion to back up their headline, because I don't see it here. What is true is that the number of homes that get sold will be impacted. So the average is about an 11% decline in home sales in the year that comes after that interest rate shock. So at least in the Denver market, we've seen that the number of homes sold this year is down about 10% from last year, the same time period. So the slowdown, at least in the Denver market, is tracking exactly to the historical average. We're exactly on plan. So you shouldn't be shocked if you see for the rest of the year that we see a similar pattern in most of our markets where the number of home sales is down from the prior year. So you get to choose how you react to that. A lot of agents will curl up in a ball and cry in the corner about how terrible the market is. And for the professionals that are on this, you're going to get on the phone and make your calls to your clients and do your job. And you're going to take market share from the guys that are in shock. And you get to pick which one you want to be every single day. So I hope you'll use this information to make the right decision.
Yeah. Can I add a little bit on this one?
Yeah.
So what I get from this is exactly what you said. This is an opportunity to gain market share. And when you see this rate increase, the rate shock of greater than 1%, that doesn't necessarily push people off the fence to, I'm never going to buy a home. What might happen, though, is it might slow down somebody that says, I'm going to buy a home, but not right now. All right. And I think that's what we need to remember, is that people transact and buy homes for all the reasons that they need to. And it's really easy for us, because we study this data, we look at it. Sometimes it just becomes numbers on a page because we're looking at house prices. But for the average client, what are they looking for? They're looking for a home. And there's an emotional component to that of, hey, my spouse is pregnant. We need a bigger house. We want a new school district. We want a nicer kitchen. Somebody is moving out. We're going to be an empty nester now, so we need to downsize. Those life events are going to continue to occur, and that's the main reason why people buy and sell homes, is for those life events. Those events occur regardless of where interest rates are. You might see a spike like this decrease things a little bit, which we see that average 11% fewer sales, but that's going to pick up in the future because those life events are going to continue to occur. And a really important point, which we'll talk about, is our agents and all of us should be reaching out to our clients and answering these questions using this data, but finding out what's happening in your life. Do you need to transact because you need a bigger school district? I met someone the other day and they said, Joe, I've got a rate of 2.5%. I'm never moving. I get that. And there's going to be a little bit of that makes an inventory challenge. But at some point, people are going to get relocated for their jobs or life events happen. This is going to slow it down a little bit and put some people in a waiting mode, but it's not going to stop things.